Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn, and in this video, we have another practice speaking test, this time with Safi from Uzbekistan. Enjoy. All right, good afternoon. My name is Glyn. Would you please tell me your full name?
Good afternoon. So my full name is Safi, but you can call me Safi.
Okay, thank you, Safi. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Do you work or do you study?
What?
Sorry, I'll just repeat. In the first part of the test, I'll ask you some questions about yourself. Do you work or do you study?
Oh, now I'm studying, but after my graduation, I think I'll start working.
And what would you like to do for work?
Mm, I want to be a doctor, but after my graduation, I think the only work I can do is being a nurse, like this. So I'm planning to be a nurse.
And why did you choose a career in medicine?
Mm, it is a long story. Started in my seventh grade. Like I was extremely interested in zoology, and after I really like to prepare for some anatomy tests. So after that, I just decided that the medicine is the most interesting section for me, I guess.
All right, let's talk about health now. Is it important for you to eat healthy food?
Oh, I'm sure on this. Like I have a healthy lifestyle for already a year, I think. It was just because my friend helped me to do the right plan for my lifestyle, and I'm so pleasured to her because of this. Like I feel much better after I started to eat some healthy food, and yeah, I think this is one of the most important sphere in person's life.
Mm-hmm. And if you get sick, for example, if you catch a cold, what do you do to help yourself feel better?
Mm, I usually try to go to the doctor first of all. After I'm trying to take some pills, stay at home, and just help myself to feel better like this.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on now and talk about songs and singing. Did you enjoy singing when you were a child?
Mm, actually, no. I never used to sing anything. Like from my early childhood, I didn't really like my voice, and that's why I never even wanted to sing, I guess.
And do you sing nowadays?
No, because I still don't really like my voice, and it it resembles me some awful sounds when I am singing.
And do you have a favorite song that you like listening to?
Yes, of course. I think it is "Flying to the Moon." It is a song in genre jazz, written by Frank Sinatra, and I like it for already about 5 years when I firstly recovered to myself jazz, and yeah, actually, it is still the most favorite song ever.
And what do you prefer, listening to recorded music or live music?
I really like listening to some recordings because I can listen anything I want actually, but I usually prefer to listen live music if I have a possibility to go to the concert or like this.
And are there any musicians or singers that you really don't like?
Mm, I don't really like some rappers because I don't know, I just cannot understand their point of view, their opinion about life and their lifestyle, I think. That's why I don't really like them and their music also.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like you to speak about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, you will have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yep, okay.
I will now share the topic on my screen. Can you see the topic? Can you see the topic?
Yeah. Sorry.
I'd like you to describe a time when you had a disagreement with someone. Your 1 minute of preparation time starts now. Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind you, you will have between 1 and 2 minutes to give your talk, and I will let you know when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. So the last time when I disagreed with someone was, I think, about a couple of months like this. So the situation was like me with my friends, we were speaking a lot, and one moment we decided to describe to each other the lifestyle, and I started to tell her some life hacks, is if I can call it like this, of some healthy lifestyle. Like I used to have a healthy um, I used to eat some healthy food. I usually sleep normally, so I have a regime, and I tried to help her feel better because she actually felt extremely bad that time. Like she always was tired. She always wanted to sleep, to eat something. She never had any power to do something like this. And it was a little bit confusing for me. I couldn't just understand why she can't do like me, like this. And uh, that moment, I just tried to help her create a new plan. So we were drawing it up for so long, I guess, for a couple of hours. But the next day, everything just repeated same way as it usually happens. Like she started to eat some unhealthy food. She didn't sleep at all. I was already angry because of this. So
Okay, thank you.
uh,
All right, so you've been talking about this disagreement you had with your friend. Let's talk about conflict now. What do you think are some of the most common causes of conflict between friends?
mm, actually, I think the most common causes to have a conflict with your friend is the moment when you disagree with them. Like, for example, when you're talking about some other people, maybe, like you have a different opinions about them and you have a disagreement because of this. It also can be, for example, some life situations as I had with my friends. So you just cannot understand the opinion, the point of view of your friends, and because of this, you have a conflict. I think like this.
Do you think people should try harder to avoid having conflict or to avoid arguing with people?
Could you please repeat one more time? I couldn't get it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think people should try to avoid arguing with their friends?
Mm, mhm.
Well, let me put it another way. Do you think it's always a bad thing that people have conflict or that people have arguments with their friends?
No, I don't think so. Like by the conflicts, you can understand. Uh, do you really want to have a communication with that person or not? Like if you cannot agree with them in some um, important spheres in your life, why you need this communication and why you need this friend like this.
Mhm. Let's move on and talk about debating now. In what situations might people have a debate?
Mm, I think when it is about some important things which are not about only one person, like if it is something that two people have to do, of course they will have a debate about it. Like you cannot just agree if you don't want to do something that your friend wants to. So I think the debates are one of the most important thing when you do something together with somebody like this.
Mhm. And is it normal in your country, for example, for politicians to have debates?
Actually, no, it is not, because I think about 10 years ago, you can be just catched and put in a prison if you want to say something about politicians. Nowadays, I think it is easier to talk about it, but you also have to think a lot of times before you start.
Mhm. Okay. What skills do you think are necessary to be a good debater?
The best skills, I think the most important one is being smart and being like, how can I call it? Competent in the sphere. So if you don't know anything about the idea you are going to debate about, I think it is the worst way to start it. So you need to be smart. You need to know what are you going to talk actually, and what are you talking about overall, like this.
Mhm. And finally, do you think children at school should learn how to debate well?
Mm, I don't really know. I guess it depends on teachers. They have, like when I was, no, okay, like some teachers are quite strict and you cannot have any debate with them just because they will put your opinion out. And some teachers can agree with that after you are debating, and it will be the best way to teach yourself to do this. So I think it definitely depends on the teacher.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the test. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this practice speaking test. As always, please do let me know in the comment section what score you think this candidate deserves for her performance. And as always, I will make my own video, a follow-up video probably tomorrow with my own thoughts, feelings, comments, analysis, and importantly, my own scores. That video, as I say, will probably go up tomorrow. In the meantime, if you would like your own free practice IELTS speaking test with feedback, or if you would like me to check your IELTS writing, I collect all of my candidates on my Telegram channel, Expert Examiner, and a link to that Telegram channel is given in the description below. More videos coming soon, but for now, bye bye.